It's good day, and you're welcome to your favorite sport program on TV Plus Sport. I'm sure a lot of people are worried about the Eaglets crashing out from the ongoing under-17 AFCON going on right now in Algeria. And so much to talk about on that. Some are calling for the sack of Nduka Ogbade. Some are saying the boys tried their best. But we know Nduka Ogbade said in the press conference after the match that the boys gave their best. I'm Mudashiv Shitu. You're welcome to Plus Sports once again. Joining me to discuss this are two gentlemen, one in the studio with me. Emewanyahu is a sport administrator. And I'm sure we expect also Jide Alaka, an editor of Premium Times, to join us via Zoom to tell us so much about that. Away from that, we'll also be talking about the Nigerian Professional Football League, where Plateau United has been fined 2.5 million naira and deducted 3 points. But there's question always arising from the fact that with deduction of points, do enough? Because this is not the first time we are witnessing the deduction of points in this 2023 MPFL Aggrieved league. But we are starting with that, not on a sad note, because if the Burkina Faso have gone to the semi-final, so they are part of the teams Mali and Senegal going to the World Cup. And this is the first time in a long while Nigeria will not be at the World Cup. Anyway, Wanyahu, what can you say in regards to what we saw yesterday?
Yeah, it was a big opportunity missed. Okay, very big opportunity missed, especially for the young players who this is just their first time of having international appearance and in such a big tournament. Unfortunately, they did their best. The coaches as well did whatever they know as well. But the truth of the matter is that from a lot of analysts and as well as football-loving people, for us there are a lot of mistakes made, some errors that could have been changed earlier enough. We didn't see that happen, and we see some of these players not being able to control ball, not being able to take their chances. Okay, it was so unfortunate. And again, we saw that at the end of, almost at the tail end of the game, we saw some players coming from the bench, and they seems to play better than the first 11 that started the game. So some of us wonder why the coaches or the coaching crew wasn't able to dictate the game in a good way, tactically, to see how they can be able to manage that game. A lot of us are angry, some of us are not happy, but at the same time, it's an experience, especially for the young ones and as well as the coaches. So we believe that they have learned their lessons and we have to move on. And for me, the young ones, the players, have to move forward, with a renewed vigor, with hope that a lot of things will still come on their way, and definitely they will do better. This is, I say, the first time we are having this kind of experience, and I hope this will be the last time we are going to have this kind of experience, because we are sports-loving people. This is the only game that unites this country, and this is the only game that keeps us happy. So we didn't expect to just crash out of this game, especially being crashed totally from the World Cup, Yeah,
let me ask you, I'm sure a lot of viewers out there will also want to know about this. It seems we have that entitlement of we have to win all games. Because, Nigerians have been at the World Cup. We are 5-time record holder in the World Cup on the 17th.
Yeah.
We've given the world the likes of Nduka Ogbade, Victor Osimhen. You can mention them. But anytime we lose, this Burkina Faso, in the Wafu B tournament, according to report, we've defeated them in one of the games.
Yes.
Is it a self-entitlement that we must win all game? Because this is just a great game. What can you say? Because if you lose this game, it seems some say there's nobody to blame. We just have to lose it because they tried their best and they didn't win. Do you think Nigerians have that self-entitlement that when it comes to football, we have to win at all times?
Muda is not about self-entitlement. But at the same time, if it's happening with the Brazilians or maybe the Germans, in Europe, you don't say it's about self-entitlement. There is a foundation.
Because the game needs to be won and lost. So
yes, there is this foundation that have been laid in this particular sports. Okay, the foundation have been okay. And we hope that, there will be a kind of development that will usher in good players from time to time. And I must tell you, from what I have seen, it's not that we don't have players that are better than those who have played so far. Okay? And I'm not also putting it to the coach, in particular, Ndoka. He's one that is very good in scouting. But I still believe that there is something some of us are not seeing, which is one of the things that can easily tie his hand. Okay? So I believe that we still have better players than these ones, but I'm not also condemning the players. They did their best. Okay? They did whatever they can do. So it's not about self-entitlement. It's about the nation. Our sports is gradually going down. This is our football. When you talk about Africa...
this is not Burkina Faso football.
No, it's not about Burkina Faso. And there's something I want to tell you.
Because I'm rejoicing over there in Ouagadougou.
Yeah, we, of course, because they have beaten a big team. Or a big country, for that matter. It's about the country.
So let's not look at Nduka Ogbade. Some just called, I won't mention names, they just called for the sack of Nduka. If you are part of them watching us, you can tell us whether it's a right decision. Nduka Ogbade has won this under-17 before, when it was known as under-16 in 1985. He was assistant coach to Manu Garba when they won, I think, the fourth one. He was assistant coach to Emmanuel Munike when they were that produced the like of Victor Osimhen. And even when Victor Osimhen came to visit the under-17 when he came to Lagos. I'm not sure about that, but there was certain reports. Now, he has done so well for himself, and he has been part of the winning team. Now, he just got only to the final stage of the AFCON under-17. He's not able to take us to the World Cup.
Yeah.
Does that mean it's not good enough? What's your own opinion? Because reporters are out there saying
these opinions of a lot of people, okay? It's not also about hiring and firing. If they feel that there's something that he didn't do, or maybe there's something behind... Yeah, I mean, if they feel there should be a proper investigation before you say, okay, I'm firing this person. And as well, I'm not into their contract, so I can't really define the contract between him and the NFF. Okay, so it's not about firing. Maybe we are also having a serious problem with the NFF, not just the coach. Maybe it's starting from the selection and all that. And you can see some of the keys that are being featured several times in the game. Maybe some of these keys, even when they are not performing, that we needed to rest them and bring in these ones that are in the bench who seems better. Okay? And then it looks as if maybe someone is actually putting these particular players, even if they are not doing well, but just for their appearance for scouts, or maybe for their appearance for clubs. Okay, so that is how we are looking at it. It's not about firing him. Maybe he may be a better coach. But at the same time, for me, there are things that could have happened within that period. At least being able to change the game. I saw it so clearly, and we won earlier concerning both the defense, okay, and also the attacking pattern. We said all this, and we give our warning. A lot of people were saying it, but the coaching crew, of course, they know better. They are on ground. So I believe that it's not about asking him to go. Okay, he have contributed a lot, and I still believe if he's given a good chance and giving him that enabling environment, a lot will happen. And we should take football development very serious in this country, and then remove all these unnecessary politics with our football, so that we can progress.
You I've also into sport administration. You have a football club.
Yes.
You manage a young lads. You
yes.
understand? And we can see that these young lads did so well. What's the next thing for these young lads? What is the next thing for them? Because hardly do we see that there's a gradual process for them. It's only few that have gone through the under 17. Gone to under 22, under 20 Flying Eagles, under 22 and the Super Eagles. What advice would you give these young lads that did so well, but unfortunately luck was against them?
Yeah, it's not the end of the world for them, and this is the starting point. Okay, they are lucky to be there. There are a lot of people who plays better than them, who couldn't have the opportunity to have such appearance. So for us, it's about continuity. They have to try as much as they can, okay? Look at their games, analyze it properly, see where their mistakes are, and also whatever they need to amend. And then they progress from there. The development still continue for future games.
Okay. Yes, we call for this interesting one between Golden Eaglets and the South Africa counterpart. Though we won that, but it was a very, very interesting game.
Starting lineup tonight. Now Mabena goes past one, goes past another. Mabena! And has that crossed the line? Has it crossed the line? Yes, it has. South Africa spectacularly back in front on the stroke of half-time. Siyabonga Mabena has finally exploded into life in this tournament. Back underway then, here in Constantine. Put South Africa ahead. Nagada with the drop cross goal, and it's 2-2 already. What a start to the second half. Nigeria taking just 30 seconds to get back on level terms once again. Whipped into the area, and Mabena. Okay. Cross comes in, and that's 3-2. Abdullahi. Well, they move the ball quickly, Nigeria. And for the first time in the game, that is it, says the referee. Nigeria are through to the quarterfinals of the under-17. Into the far post, and it's off the post again, and then it's in. It's the opener, and it's Vicky Makawana. South Africa take the lead here in just the 6th minute. Well, corner comes into the near post. Keeper's nowhere near it, and that's the equaliser. Charles Agada came in.
The journey could continue, but I tell you, though the South African side and the Nigeria under-17 Golden Eaglets are back home, and it's of note that Nigeria are two-time African under-17 Cup of Nations champion. They've won the first title in 2001, and with the most recent one in 2007. So in all, we're still on the under-17 Golden Eaglets. Before we go to MPFL stories, in all, we've won this tournament, not a good record time. Now, we've won this tournament maybe 2 times, that's African under-17. But we've won the World Cup 5 times, and we hold that record. No nation has won the World Cup under-17 more than we do. Now, we are not at the African. Well, we're not at the World Cup. We won't be at the World Cup because you're supposed to Peru, but FIFA is yet to give who is going to host it. Now, look at the teams that will definitely be at the World Cup, and you have to ask yourself, Senegal, Burkina Faso, Morocco, and Mali will represent them. Do you think these are good rep for us? Do you think they will represent us well? Because I'm sure a lot of people are happy that the absence of the Nigerian under 17 is a good one. Let's not forget it has produced Osimhen. You understand? That produced many players for Nigeria. Many players that we know that they've done so well for us. How well will the world miss Nigeria? And do you think these African nations, Burkina Faso, Mali, Senegal, Morocco, will do so well for us?
Yes, we will definitely. The world will definitely miss Nigeria in this World Cup. The reason is because apart from winning it several times, we have multiple talents. Okay, and the world, especially in football, they expected to see more of these boys play, and I know that a lot of clubs and scouts have been waiting to say, okay, during the World Cup in Peru, if I thought it happened in Peru, they will be able to have the opportunity to watch these boys properly. Unfortunately, they are not going to be in the World Cup. As I said earlier, it was a big opportunity miss. Then your second question is about the representative countries, Senegal, Mali, Morocco, Burkina Faso. Yeah. So for me, I have two teams there that I can tell you they are going to do very well. Not that I'm disputing the muscles, okay, the sports muscles of the rest of them. Looking at Senegal, they are very, very good. We have a lot of exceptional players there, and you can see their last game against South Africa. They did so well, and they know what to do at all time. They are playing like a team. And then you look at Burkina Faso, highly disciplined. You can see they are not ready to celebrate their goals. I don't know if you noticed that. Okay. They were not celebrating their goals against Nigeria. They kept calm until they believe that, yes, it's now all over.
Is that what do you think?
Yeah, for me, you see, they are ready. You know, you see the seriousness about the players. They are out for business. They are not there to just come and showcase and go home. They believe strongly with their coach that we are going to fight these Nigerians. And they did it. Our Golden Eaglet at the time, they were confused. You saw the faces of the coaches, you saw the faces of the players. There were a lot of confusion. They were completely in state of limbo. And I can tell you, at that moment, these Burkina Faso, they read the whole thing psychologically against us. And then they make use of the opportunities they had. They play so well. And I can tell you, Burkina Faso, as I said, and Senegal, they are going to make Africa proud at the World Cup.
So now, with these two teams, which of them will think we win to take the day? I'm sure that a lot of people will probably be thinking Senegal, but it's football. We never will know. We never could say or know who's going to take the day. To you, between these four teams, who is going to lift the trophy?
I say Senegal. Yes, because they play as a team, a unit, you know. And secondly, as I said before, a lot of exceptional players. But that doesn't mean Burkina Faso and Mali or that of Morocco can't do anything. Okay? They can also pull their surprises. But I'm just saying from my own angle, that is my personal opinion, from what I have seen. I have read their game tactically in a very clear way, and I feel that it's a team that will not be easy to beat in the tournament.
It's this Golden Eaglet of Nigeria are the most successful team in the tournament. That's under 17 World Cup. We've been there in 8 appearances, and I think that's a very big record. 8 appearances, 5 World Cup. We were winning the record 5 times. That in 1985, where Nduka Agbade was even the captain. That was Nduka Agbade in 1985. A very good one there. We are hoping that he could do that as a coach, but he has done that as an assistant coach in 1985. And in 1993, we remind of the likes of Gani Nwankwo, Wisunowuma was in the news for not a good reasons, obviously. Festus Udini. Who else can you mention out of those things?
Yeah, so many of them, so many of them.
Festus Udini, who else? Kanuwanko. Many of them, we've forgotten those are years past. But we also have in 2007, I think 2007 is not the most popular among this set. I don't know why they are not so popular, but I think they're popular very much. But we have in 2013 and we have in 2015. In 2015 is Osime, with the Wankali brother, Kelechi Wankali. In 2013 also we have one of the Wankalis was in 2013, the other one was in 20 Chidebe, one that was in 2015. But we cannot forget Taiwo Awoniyi, Osime, and Osime is becoming bigger than the world.
Also Kelechi Iheanacho.
Oh, I must forget Kelechi Iheanacho.
Yeah.
All these big names were there, and they're the feature. You can see in 2015 that Wankali also with Osime winning the trophies and doing so well for the country. That is what these sets are going to miss. Because obviously, if they have gone to the world, we definitely have at least...
We could have seen more of them.
More of them.
Yeah. Could have seen more of them.
Some more of them.
But they shouldn't cry or weep.
It's very difficult not to cry.
Yeah, it's at least it's a stepping stone for them. I strongly believe that after this time, they have learned their lessons. And of course, a lot of scouts must have also seen them. There's a lot of interest in 1 or 2 or 3 so far. So we shouldn't just end up thinking that they won't be able to make it.
Yeah, before we Osime and Kelechi, in 2013 we have Kelechi Iheanacho, we have Taiwo Awoniyi, and if you look at EPL, these guys are doing so well for them. Which of these are your memorable ones? I think in 1993 we cannot forget the exploit of.
You see Kelechi Iheanacho. You see the way he was doing a lot of things.
And we have a certain Isaac success.
Scoring goals, raising his hands up and all that. So these are a big moment for the country. And that is why I said this is one thing we just missed. I can inform you, yesterday night, a lot of people were so happy, okay? Everybody came to say, okay, we are going to qualify for the World Cup. We are not even interested to see them winning the AFCON. We are ready to see them
at the World Cup.
You see? So that is the center stage. That's where we are looking at. AFCON we have won several times, so it's nothing. So other African countries can have it. But the World Cup, our boys, we thought we are going to see our boys there. But unfortunately, I think we have learned our lesson.
That sometimes people say that luck, before we go to next topic, that sometimes people say luck is part of the game. Some think it's not luck, some think it's hard work. Now, I'm going back to Nduka Ogbade again.
Okay.
Because, look at his profile. Won as a player, the first set in 1985. An assistant coach. He won the World Cup in 2013. As an assistant coach, he won the World Cup in what? In 2015. Now, in those periods of time, we realized that he couldn't even qualify. He himself taking the ends of affair. Now, he couldn't take us even to the final of the AFCON, and he couldn't even take us to the World Cup, which he took as part of a technical team in 2013, which he won in 1985. Is this hard luck? Or is just life? What can you say about this?
For me, those who believe in luck, I see them like lazy people.
Oh, okay.
Put in your hard work first, you see results. Okay? That's what I believe. Put in your hard work first, then you see results. So, not necessarily about luck. And I know there are a lot of forces, okay? Especially currently in this country, you can hear a lot of people saying, because of the current administration, nothing good. But there you see that there's no seriousness as well from the part of these people. Do you understand?
So should he be given the next chance, the next 2 years in 20? Do you think
Yeah, I think he can be given the chance, and as well, they can also, as I said, there should be proper investigation.
Okay.
There should be good review
Okay.
to know if he can continue or we can try someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.